Hello students, welcome to Leadership and Advocacy through Young Adult Literature and Film. This is one of my favorite classes. My only regret is that we only have a handful of people taking it. Electives don't necessarily populate well in the summer, but I do love teaching it, and I'm constantly thinking about leadership and advocacy and young adult lit, and have been working on a couple projects this year to enhance diversity and increase the offerings that I have, really thinking about diverse perspectives for leadership and advocacy. What does that mean? Diverse experiences and showcasing those for young adult lit, etc. So I'll be happy to talk about that with some of you, any of you in class or outside of class, if you're interested in knowing what I've been exploring. The way that the class is organized, this homepage gives you just a kind of basic introduction, and then it lists for you all of your assignments. And so that's one of the benefits of the way that Canvas organizes it. It's called syllabus. It's not really the syllabus. It's more like the schedule of assignments. The best way, if you haven't had class with me before, even if you may have been a while and you need some reminders, is to use this modules link. So I'm just going to talk through a little bit about the way that I organize the class and the way that the class is organized as a whole in this screen capture. So click on modules and you'll see here at the very top I've got important course materials. So there's the syllabus for the class, which I'll talk about in just a second, and then your major assignments, as well as additional screen captures for each of those assignments, and the Zoom link for all synchronous sessions. So everything that you really need to be able to be successful, that's most important, goes there in that important course materials module. I have a couple quick activities I'd like for you to do before class, the first synchronous session. So really just reminding ourselves some of those foundational theories and approaches of leadership that we read in Northhouse in 601. So I've just scanned in chapter 1. Also provided chapter 1 from the undergrad textbook that I use. So sometimes we have undergrad students in this class, not this semester, however. And then please take this quiz. This is just a good sense of, like, do I really remember the things that are foundational in that Northhouse chapter? You can take this quiz as many times as you want. I have a due date of taking it before our synchronous session, just so that's a nice little nudge to make sure you do your reading and remind yourself and start thinking about leadership. And then in this first intro, just watch a film, any film whatsoever. So you can click there and it'll tell you more information. Watch any film, come prepared to talk about it, and what you think about leadership in that film. If you have screen clips or whatever, that's fine. If you don't, no big deal. We can just talk about it. There are some optional readings as well for this module. And you'll see basically after that, every module is organized by a week. So we have our first synchronous session on the 23rd, and then Wednesday the 24th through the following Tuesday, when we have our next synchronous session, is module 1. And then Wednesday the 31st through our next synchronous session on June the 6th is module 2. Wednesday, June 7th through our next and last synchronous session on June 13th is module 3. And then module 4, where there is no synchronous session because I will be in Europe on a study abroad trip. It's kind of hard to make that work with our schedule. And then your final 2 assignments. So resources from synchronous sessions, so like Google Slides or anything that we do in class, I will post there. And then there's also some additional resources here for you, a wide variety of things that I think might be interesting or applicable to the conversations that we're having. So I try to keep everything organized on this modules page, and you'll see that I've built in an intro to each module. And I will also create screen capture explanations of each module for you in those as well. So you'll see that get populated here. I've taken out all the extraneous things that we don't really need this semester out of this link list on the left. Really, your modules, assignments, discussions, syllabus, grades, people, pages, files, and quizzes. So they're all there for you if you want to get to them individually, or you can get to them through the individual modules. So what you're doing in brief again is in each week you'll be reading one young adult literature book, you'll be watching a movie, and you'll in the first 3 weeks have one discussion board that you'll be completing before we meet on our synchronous session. In our synchronous session we'll be talking about your film, talking about the books, talking about leadership theories and approaches and different aspects of those, and any of the things that you put in your discussion boards. And then you go off the next week, you read a book, you watch a film, you do a discussion board, and then you come to class and we discuss it all. So I love our seminar discussion conversations, and with just a small group of us this semester, we should really have some really good targeted quality time to talk through some of these big picture issues and little more nitpicky things or questions that we have about leadership that come from really thinking about young adults and young adult literature. So if you have any questions or need me for anything, please don't hesitate to ask. If you go to the important course materials, click on the syllabus, you'll find my contact information. That's my Google Voice number. You can send me a text message there. You can email me. You can call. Text message is probably quicker or easier. And then you can also make an appointment with me. Our synchronous sessions are here. We're going to meet 5 to 6:30 via Zoom on those dates, and here's the link for those. Some basic information, and again, the overview of what we're working on each week. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in class.